My service is tripping.
Oh, really?
I was trying to post it.
We're live?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
See your little face here.
Now, let's see.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our live. We are the Uncut podcast. We have some very, very special guests in the building. Would you like to introduce yourself, guys?
I want to see how you introduce me.
Oh, okay. I've been put on the spot. We have comedian, social media expert,
Come on.
social media influencer.
Come on.
We have, what else will I say?
Podcaster.
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Wild and out specialist. Everything across the board. We have B.Simone in the building.
That was
Round of
good.
applause. With her fresh new do.
Yes, I
Funny
love that.
story. The woman that did your hair.
Yeah.
Her husband is my cousin.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
everybody.
family.
I know Nigerians were just
Which is
Everywhere.
Yeah. I'm Nigerian too. I'm 26% Nigerian, y'all. Don't play.
We also have Kojo in the building
Yeah,
as well.
comedian.
Oh,
Kojo's a
no,
comedian.
look at the dryness. Wow. Wow.
No.
Yeah,
Your
Kojo's
teeth,
here.
your teeth are shining. That is
teeth are
enough.
bright.
That is enough. That is an introduction in itself.
Hey, ladies, how are you? Thank you for having me. I've done nothing. Yeah. How are you, though? Thanks for having me.
No,
Cool.
I love that.
Guys, we are going to be looking at the chat. So send in your comments, any
Yes.
questions that you might have for us. Kojo, B.Simone, we're looking at it and we're going to be, answering all your questions.
Yes.
Cool.
This is so cool. So y'all do every episode live. Can I just
Oh,
talk?
No, not
Okay.
every
No
episode
live.
No,
Yeah,
no,
every
no, no,
episode.
no,
Oh, okay.
We typically record like twice a week now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely, yeah.
Twice
It's a
a
lot
week,
of
yeah.
work.
Although this week we're recording 3 times, and then last week we recorded 3 times as well. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Dedication.
yeah,
What?
we're trying to make
Yeah,
it
and then
out.
we work full time as well.
Y'all drop
Yeah.
once a week?
Twice.
Twice.
Oh,
on
y'all drop
Patreon
2
as well.
episodes a week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do on Patreon as well.
Can we just talk?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm all just asking y'all questions. I'm interviewing y'all. I'm like, so where y'all? No. Why don't y'all bulk shoot? Like, just knock out like 4 or 5 episodes in a day.
We used to do
Yeah,
that,
we
but then
used
we just
to.
didn't find it.
It doesn't always
productive.
stay.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
people
It doesn't-
want to go on.
I was just gonna say the content isn't always relevant.
And
by
new
the
and
time-
fresh.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then
it.
you see stuff and you're like, damn it, wish I could have spoken about that on the
Yeah.
pod.
Got
So
it.
It's just not.
So y'all
like-
talk about current events and stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm still struggling with how to describe what our podcast is about. Like, I
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
will just, people are like, what's it about? I'm like, 3 friends just talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we
Literally.
do a lot of dilemmas. A lot of people send us
Hey.
dilemmas. And we're known for our like erratic reaction.
Yeah.
And stuff
But
like
people
that.
say it's erratic, but it's literally just how
It's
you
just
are.
expressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Like,
I'm
if you're
not putting it on.
Nigerian, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're
Just-
Nigerian, you know.
Literally.
If you're 26% Nigerian, you know.
You know. Exactly.
Ghanaian.
Cool. So you have a comedy show coming up on
Yes.
Saturday. Can you just
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Mr. Kojo is my host.
Come on,
He
love that.
Popped in at the last minute. He's like, I got you. I'm like, I need a host. I am doing stand-up. I've been doing stand-up for 6 years. It's at the Clapham Grand.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited. I've performed in London before, but it's like 4 years ago, before COVID.
wow.
And it was a smaller venue. I think it was like 200, 300 people. This one is 700. So it's almost double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Trying to sell it out. We have a few tickets left. So we're
Yeah.
just trying to push and make sure it's sold out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm super excited. We went, I don't know where we were, over by Pretty Little Things today. And
There
there
was
was like
Great
a
Portland Street.
Yeah.
Street, yeah.
There was like a casting call for models and stuff. There was like hundreds of girls out there. They're like, B.Simone. I'm like, y'all don't even know I'm here. Why don't y'all know I have a show, So there's so many
Yeah.
people here that support me, but just trying to get the word out and let them know I have a show Saturday.
Yeah.
How does it work with comedy? Like, do you guys obviously you will pre-write your jokes, right? But like, how do you go about like rehearsing and like?
That's what somebody asked me that at the dinner the other day. They were like, "Are you gonna practice before?" I'm like, "Girl, at home I've practiced
Yeah.
with comedy. You practice on stage. that's how you practice and that's how you know if you're funny. What would you say, Kojo? Like,
It's like, well, you don't practice to go to the gym.
You just
You
go
just go to the
it.
gym.
And you get
Yeah.
better.
I swear,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
turn up sometimes.
No, well, you write, you prepare stuff. Like for me, like I'll just be throughout my day, things will happen.
Yeah.
So what I do
your
is
notes.
jot stuff in my notes.
Notes.
Right? And then
I'm any opportunity to leave this 9 to 5.
you not seen the video online though, girls? The girls go,
yeah.
No,
it's
honestly.
so funny. They're like any girl with a podcast.
So for me, I the funniest things for me is the ones that I have to jot down quickly.
Okay.
They're funnier than the things that I go, okay, let me remember a story and then kind of put that together and kind of, put it together. The best ones are always the ones that if I just see something, how I want to say it is in my head in that moment. So I have to jot it down immediately so I remember the reference, right?
Yeah.
But again, like it's like, you don't prepare to go to the gym. You go to the gym and work out. The comedy clubs is our gym. That's where we go to get better.
We work
so
out.
sometimes you lot might go to a show and you be like, he wasn't that funny. But if it's in a comedy club, that's where we're getting it ready.
Okay.
That's where we really punch it up. We've
You're
got to knock it
trying
out.
stuff.
Yeah. And that's the freedom I think comedians want, is to be able to go to a comedy club,
Yeah.
right, and then just work on something.
So that's like your safe net. That's like where you like develop
It's
and you
not
grow.
ready. But when you go to like a Hackney Empire or Indigo or something bigger, Hammersmith
You
Apollo,
gotta be prepared.
You be like,
there you
know
go.
what
You bring out
works
the
and what
stuff that
doesn't.
you
Yeah.
bring out the big
Do
stuff that
you
work.
practice your delivery?
Not really, because I feel like your delivery is kind of
you.
your signature. Yeah,
Okay.
it's your style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, my number one rule is everything that I've ever gone on stage and said is hilarious to me. Like whether they laugh or not.
Right.
Yes,
Like because ultimately you lot have come to see us perform what we think is funny.
Yeah.
And then the bonus is that, you know what? I find that funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
true.
worst thing I can do is try and figure out what you lot like.
No.
And you know what I mean?
No, but it's true. It's true. I was gonna say, do you like old? You know how sometimes in certain environments, like for me, I don't consider myself a comedian. Before anyone watches this and starts thinking
Nobody
that I'm
was thinking that.
I don't know.
She said nobody was thinking that.
Nobody was thinking that. Just
But
go
I
ahead
feel-
with your point, girl.
But I feel like in certain environments, certain jokes
Yes.
bang more.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So even though you're
100%.
saying that you deliver what's funny to you, but let's say I'm in an environment.
You adjust to the envirnment.
Yeah,
though.
let's
like
not
even me, I'm nervous for Saturday. I'm like, are they gonna get my joke? Like I don't
worry.
know. Like she's like
Yeah.
a dilemma. Hand me the cutlery. I'm like, girl, the fork. It's like I want to be funny to London people.
But you are funny.
I know, but it's like
It was even the other thing. Like, I was on FaceTime to Beatrice.
Yes, I was going to say this.
to Beatrice the other day. And I must have gone onto your Instagram, and I think it was Tacoma. You're like, I don't know what's going on in Tacoma.
Oh my
Y'all need to
god.
buy these tickets. I'm packing this suitcase by faith. And it's overweight. No, honestly, I was
like,
crying.
I've sold 2 tickets out of like 1,000 people. What the fuck? Where are y'all at? Do y'all not know me out here? Girl, I was in Tacoma like I was a new rapper, like handing out flyers. I was like, hi, I'm B.Simone.
Your mixtape. Oh my
Like handing
god.
out my mixtape in the ghetto mall. I was like, oh
No,
my god.
B,
But I
I
don't
was
care. I'll get
laughing
back to the nitty gritty of the grind. Like
yeah, for
there's
sure.
like we have 6 million followers. He has 100,000 followers. We have 100,000 people that follow us. There's millions of people that don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And in
So
this
true.
season, I want to reach those people. You know, like still cater to my community, but. You know, I was just talking to Jazz. I'm like, dang, we need like flyers. And I should be handing it out to all the people in London. Like, there's still millions of people that don't know me. So I want to reach that audience.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
humbling though, because like comedy, especially because you're kind of as good as your last show.
Man.
Right? And so you don't really bank on that. And again, if there's a light crowd, like for me, some of the best shows I've ever done is when it's small crowds.
Tacoma was a perfect example of that. I mean, people showed up.
Yeah.
We know it was like 5. It was out of 300 seats, though, it was maybe like 100. Like, I was like, okay, like this is kind of like whatever. I'm just gonna say whatever.
You can work with 30.
Work
though.
out.
Like,
You really,
you can work with 30,
you can just
man.
work out and try new stuff and have. And I sat on the stool and I was like, "What's your name?" Like we're just gonna just try stuff, you know. So like he said, you don't want to do that at the Clapham this weekend, or you don't want to do that when it's like, okay, we're at the Barclays in New York, it's go time. It's not time to practice at those bigger venues. So every single time you get on stage, it's like a workout. You're getting in the gym and you're just getting better.
No, you go.
So how do you juggle all the things that you do? So because you have a podcast, you're a comedian, you do all these type of things. Like, how do you find the time to even prepare for a show or a tour like this?
You know what's crazy? I just shot a movie in the Virgin Islands.
So you're an actress?
No, wait.
Let's go back to the start.
But I wasn't trying to say that to like stunt. I just shot a movie in the Virgin Islands. And I probably look so bougie right now. This isn't even my jacket. I was just cold and I stole it from my PR. And it was girl, I'm naked under here. But I'm like, they're like, this bougie bitch got on it. She thinks she's so cute. No. I shot a movie in the Virgin Islands and it was so hard for me to get in character and focus on the film and my lines because I was so focused on stand up. I was like, I'm going on tour. I'm trying to work on my special. Like, and the character was serious in the movie. So while we're filming, I have to be serious. And at night, I'm writing jokes trying to be funny. I'm like, I would never do that again. So it's kind of like, to answer your question, it's balance. Like, now that I have this podcast, I feel like my podcast is the umbrella for everything else. Like, my podcast is my platform. It's my radio show to promote. Okay, I'm doing ads for other people. I can do an ad for B.Simone Beauty, my cosmetics. I can do an ad for my tour. Like, I'm doing ads for everything else I have under this umbrella. So my podcast right now is like my baby. And then everything is kind of under that umbrella.
So how did that acting job go? Because obviously when comedians or people that are known for a certain type of personality, when they get into a role where it has to be like serious or something, how do you navigate people actually taking you seriously in that role? Because obviously when I think of B.Simone, I'm going to be laughing from Monday to Sunday. So how do you navigate people taking you seriously when you have a role like that?
I think I have to take it serious. And like preparing for that role, I'm not saying I sucked, but I don't think I did the best I could have if I would have really prepared for it. I kind of just showed up and was like, there's a difference between a gift and a skill. Like, we have the gift of being funny. We're just funny. Our personality is cool. But I have to perfect the skill of stand-up. Like, I can't just get on stage and think that people are just always going to laugh. It doesn't work like that. So I think honing in on the skill of acting, I always say I would love to be the female Jamie Foxx. When he did Ray, it wasn't funny. Like, you thought he was Ray Charles. When he does these movies, it's like you don't see him as a comic all the time. He is so amazing at being a chameleon.
Yeah, he knows how to pivot.
Music, acting, comedy. It's just so
true.
Natural to adjust. So I would love to be able to be an actress that can adjust to the scene. So I have to work on that. That's not just something that automatically comes naturally for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You want to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say that sometimes as well, to your point, you were saying about like in different environments, like you're funnier or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I feel like around certain people as well, like they just bring out a different side to you, or like the way that you bounce off like your friends and stuff. Like, that's also quite funny. Because I wouldn't say that by myself I'm funny, but I feel like amongst you guys I'm funnier.
Funnier around your funny friends.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was actually going to bring up something because I think we had discussed this on an episode, but it's not gone live yet. And essentially I was going to talk about this teacher situation that happened.
Yes.
Do you want to explain it? Because I feel like you know it better.
You must have seen
Taking the braids out.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
Have you seen it, Kojo?
Have you seen it?
The students took his braids out.
Yeah.
But I've seen different things about it. Basically, they were saying that like it was the end of the school day, or like it wasn't like in teaching time where about 4 or 5 girls were taking out this guy's hair, and then it went viral all over social media.
He like recorded it.
Yeah.
And then it was all over social media. Then obviously it was quite split. Some people were thinking it wasn't inappropriate. Some people think it was. Some people think it was borderline grooming. I don't know.
What? Do you want to answer first?
Grooming.
Well, that's what
in the literal sense. like helping me look better. Is that what you mean?
No.
If it's talking about,
Like bad.
No. So I mean, I feel like social media is just so extreme now. Like,
Extremely offended.
Even if like it's not appropriate, to say grooming is just a bit like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can say this is inappropriate, but to identify it as grooming is
I think
like...
you were saying like it was like borderline, like, oh, this is how it starts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what, men shouldn't go to the salon anymore? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm saying this. Obviously, it was kids, right? It was kids.
Yeah.
In a classroom, by the way.
I mean, I don't think that, you
After
know, they...
school-
I don't think
After
that
school hours.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
Wait,
let me not
hold
add.
on.
Let me not add.
See, this is what happens. That's what happens.
Wait, it had to be after school hours though.
This one's the spoon.
No, I'm saying that it was
The
like
spoon.
you know, like if a lesson has,
Lunchtime.
you know, if a lesson has finished, then your teacher's like, oh, we've got 5 minutes, oh, you guys can do whatever you want to do. Then
So
some
you have
people,
homework?
why are you acting like a Nigerian mum? Do you not have homework?
No, but the reality is, right, there's no good reason for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Zero
exactly.
good reason for that.
Yeah.
Like that's way too familiar. Do you know what I mean? And the boundaries can get blurred now. Do you know what I mean? How can I discipline you and then you had your hand in my head? Do you know what I mean? Like for me, that's just there's nothing right about that. And I understand that some teachers are trying to adopt this. Okay, let me try and be their friend type of thing.
friend mentality.
But there's lines, man. I'm sorry. Like that's physical interaction. Regardless of what it is, there's nothing good about that. But I wouldn't go as far as say grooming personally. But I just think there's nothing good about it.
So when I first saw it, I was watching it from an innocent lens because I didn't read the comments yet.
Yeah.
And until I read the comments, I wasn't offended.
Yeah.
So from my lens and the way my mind works, and you know, I was just like, but when I read the comments, it switched. So I kind of feel like
It feeds.
and we would never know. It depends on the person's intent. And I can relate to that because I put out stuff and everybody's like, I'm like, that's not what I meant. That truly was my intent. You know, it's like I go in defense mode. So I get it, but I also see now I don't have kids. You know, I don't know that. I mean, obviously I've been a young girl before. And I look back and think of stuff that I was in. I was like, dang, that old man was probably trying to have sex with me. And I think about stuff like that. I'm like, I was really 15 working at a clothing store and 40-year-old men were walking in being weird. And I didn't know at 15 because I was so ignorant to, you know? So I do think we have to protect young women and not allow certain things. But I didn't think like that about that post until I saw the comments. So that's not initially where my mind went at first. So I don't know.
That was the same thing as me. Like, I think something so innocent has now like turned into something else. People have now started making scenarios. Or what if he's this? What if I'm thinking? Like,
But
it is
unfortunately, that's the world we live in today, though.
And if that truly was his intent, why would he record it and upload it? So I think his mind was.
But sometimes, you know, there's that hiding in plain sight.
God.
Where you intentionally give us your alibi, right? Why would I have filmed it?
I think it's usually the opposite. It'd be the ones you least expect.
Yeah,
like,
but
really,
but
Charles?
that's old school.
The neighborhood?
I agree. That's actually old school now.
New school is giving the alibi so obvious that no one will question you, so that you can do
People
the
even be
madness.
supporting you like, no, it can't be him. Like, no way. Like,
Exactly.
Wow.
And also, like, you know, just to even go further is, like in school, I had a teacher that I thought I fancied. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure girls are the same, right?
Yeah.
So that is where it's blurred. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I said there's nothing good about that. Because they might, I don't know how many girls was doing his hair or whatever.
Thinking he's cute or
But
something.
Right. One of them thought, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then it goes left. Keep that shit in your head. You know what I mean?
No, legit.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so it can be inappropriate.
I agree. I think I'm just a bit indifferent because I'm just like, sometimes when you're looking back at when you were a child, sometimes you wish that you had more teachers that you could relate with or teachers that you like. I know you're signed, but
Or more adults that created a safe space for you to share with people other than your 10-year-old friends who don't know shit. Excuse my language.
That's why I was telling before we actually spoke about this on our Patreon episode, but I was telling them, like, even at school, you never really got like a safe environment with a teacher without, like, as soon as you're walking in, they're seeing you're black, you're tall. They're like, oh, they already got a perceived judgment of you. They've already judged you before you've walked into the room. And it's like some of these teachers, they don't even give you a chance. So, and I know in this case, even the parents of the teachers that were even the parents of the students that were doing the hair,
Yeah.
were like defending him like in the comments, like,
Wow.
oh no, like he's a really good teacher, my children love him, blah blah blah, and it's things like that. But obviously, I think it being put on social media, not everything needs to be on social media.
Yeah.
So it could have, and I heard today that he even got fired. So
okay,
wow.
no.
yeah, I heard today that he got fired.
But I'm thinking
the
like
thing
if you had an older cousin or an uncle or like if that was a family member, you know, if you look at him as like an older, respectable person, would it be okay?
I think it.
And I think that's how they look at him.
I don't know.
Let's just say the worst thing happened, right? And they're gonna go back to that. Like you said, I think I don't like to say grooming, but they're gonna go back.
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
That was the first line
Point
that
of
was
call,
crossed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this world, like you were saying earlier, in the world that we live in, you can't afford to be that friendly. You just can't.
You can't.
It's
Even if your intentions are pure, you just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have boundaries.
Because it could have taken you 20 years to get that job, and then now you lost it in 20 seconds.
And now the whole world knows why.
Ugh. Yeah.
Damn.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not worth
God
it,
bless him.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Boundaries.
Boundaries for sure, for sure. How old were the girls?
Yeah. I think
they
like
were
early teens.
Yeah, they looked
High
about like
school.
14, yeah, probably high school, yeah.
Damn. What are people saying in the comments? I'm trying to have a look to see because I think people.
People are saying it's inappropriate.
Hard, inappropriate, not grooming, but that's how boundaries between student and teachers gets broken.
Yeah.
He may not be grooming, but others watching may look and follow his example to be able to get close to kids. It was inappropriate. Full stop.
Jesus.
He also has bad time management because why didn't he take his? Why didn't he find time to take out his hair?
You need to get that person on stage.
Yeah, recording and posting kids is a no-no for me. But for me, though, because privacy is requested by the parents. Yeah, I think people are in agreement that it was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad he filmed it though, because all it takes is one of them girls to say something left,
Jesus.
and then you're in a whole situation. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's not worth it, man.
It's techie. It's
Don't put
techie.
yourself in that situation.
I was just gonna jump in because we said we do dilemmas on this show. So I don't know if you want to still open up the lines to take in dilemmas, but
People can call in real time.
People can call in or people can
Wow.
text. They can do that. But I'm gonna start off with one. It's a bit serious, not serious, but it's not as
Please, let's laugh.
not at least let's laugh. But anyway, the title is, "Am I the asshole for not giving my engagement ring to my dead fiance's family?"
Oh.
Off of the back end of that, is that mad? Look at the way you're both looking in the air. Kind of
I don't think that's mad.
Hell no.
That's the last thing
Why
I've got from-
would they want her engagement ring?
That's so strange.
They were asking for it?
I mean, we're about to find out, but just off the bat of that, do you guys think that's mad? Do you guys think that's fair?
No, I think it's a memory. It becomes a memory.
Yeah,
It's for her.
Yeah.
That was gonna be the love of your life, and then
Exactly.
you know, so I think that's a memory.
Yeah,
She
for real.
doesn't need to give that to anybody else.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, let's delve into it. So I was engaged to John after dating for 4 years. When he proposed, the ring he used was 2 sizes too big for me. We went to the store he bought it from, got it resized, and eventually kept the old ring and got the new one. We did plan to have a wedding about after 3 years of planning and saving. 10 months after the proposal, John unfortunately passed away in a car accident. I know,
no.
so
That's
sad.
One of the
This
worst
is sad
ways to
dilemma.
go.
Y'all do sad ones?
No, I'm sorry. I know people were sending cheating ones later, so I said, let me start off now.
Start off a little heavy. Wow.
Damn,
So the day after the funeral, John's brother came up to me asking for the ring.
Absolutely not.
What do you
Wait,
mean?
did he say-
I'm mourning.
Ain't nothing come after.
Let me holler at you.
Ain't nothing good after.
Boy. I asked why. His response was the ring had been passed down through their family for 5 generations. I told him that was BS though, because I have proof that the ring was bought less than a year ago and I bought it with John. We argued for a bit and then he stormed out. I then get several calls and messages from John's family saying that I'm a liar and demanding to take the ring back. I then got a letter from their lawyer.
Oh,
The lawyer. Is this man's body even cold? Like, can everybody just
I
chill?
don't understand.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh my
Literally.
gosh.
And the lawyer was requesting proof about the ring. And essentially we ended up going to court and I won. I thought the madness was over until John's sister recently messaged me. Her and her boyfriend are engaged, but they haven't got a ring, and she wants that ring.
Get out.
This is not real.
This is what people are saying.
This is 26% Nigerian.
No.
That's
I'm about to
exactly
say, are
what
they
this is.
black?
It's given.
It's not giving
No,
black.
it's
No, it's not
not.
giving black.
You don't think?
No.
Really?
No.
Absolutely not.
Well, is it because we have like superstitions about holding people's things?
No,
Or
that's
No.
just not
Time.
giving.
No
black.
one's
Wait till
doing
the
that.
morning.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want the ring. Give me $100.
Yeah, legit.
They fighting over the house.
So
They
true.
fighting over who gonna get them clothes. No.
Yeah, literally. So her and her boyfriend are engaged, and haven't got a ring, but they want that ring.
How are you engaged without a ring? Sorry.
I think people do things differently nowadays. I
do
think
you
people
mean?
just say
Not
like,
me, yeah.
What, you say you're on one knee with
Girl,
nothing
do not
in your
give him
hands?
that ring. She won in court and everything and proved that they bought it recently.
yeah.
I think the wildest part is that this brother cannot even afford his own ring. Then he wants the dead ring.
That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, you put that ring on, you might pass away too, my brother. But I know that's a bit dark. That's a bit dark.
It could be bad luck. It could be
But
bad
do you
luck.
want that ring? Do you really want that ring?
You know, sometimes it's better to just leave things on the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Give him
Are
a
we
ring and
gonna
see
get
what
her on the
happens to
phone?
him.
No. That's not what we said. Yeah,
I'm like, call her. I want to hear this. Dang, I'm sorry,
yeah,
girl.
but
That's a
essentially-
mess.
I know,
She
but
had to go to court.
Yeah, she had to go to court and prove that she was there with John when she bought the
See,
ring.
You know what? The family didn't like her. That's what.
That's what. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is too much energy, man. It's too
Yeah.
much energy. The man's gone. This was his wife. This is what woman that he chose.
Yeah.
And you lot are just coming one by one.
Yeah.
Asking for
You
the
go
ring.
first. That didn't work.
old-
Now I'll
The
go.
old me probably would have just gave him the ring. The new me now would have went to court.
Yeah.
The old me would have just been like, I just want peace. I don't want to deal with this. Here, leave me alone.
Let's talk about that, because we've had a few dilemmas about girls coming talking about how they've had experiences with men and money. And whether they essentially like should fight for their money back from men that owe it to them, because you know there's this typical narrative that men don't ask women for money, men nowadays, but men stay
Girl, yes,
asking.
they do. My ex got a bag out of me.
A whole bag.
A bag.
Like a physical bag or a bag is £1,000.
money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
But but stuff like that, I was saying that I feel like nowadays, before I would have been like you were, like I just want peace, like, you know what I mean?
It depends
Sometimes it's
how
not
much,
even,
though.
yeah, but I sometimes be like, it's not even worth it. But now, even if it's £10, someone's
get
owing me, I
out.
can't lie. No.
£10.
Yeah.
If someone's owing me
You have
£10,
too much time.
I feel like it's now the principle. Because,
Yeah.
even the small amounts, people feel like they can get away. £10 here today, £20 here tomorrow. Next week it's £100. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the small amounts that start
Yeah.
adding up.
Yeah.
The best way to do that,
Yeah.
what I've learned though, is like when people ask for money, okay, it's like, okay, but when you give it that time, so you don't feel bad saying no the next time, you just say, okay, I'm going to give it to you this time, and this is the last time. So if you ask me again, I'm just letting you know up front, I won't be able to give it to you.
Okay.
So then they ask again and be like, remember what I told you last time? So
Remember we
make
said
the
you can.
time the last time so that it doesn't become a habit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I usually, I'm not going to get that back,
Yeah.
but I'm letting you know this is the last time in your lifetime.
Are you
that
happy
you
in a relationship to lend your partner money?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Would you do that
I
now,
did.
though, moving forward?
If I felt secure and he had a real good plan and he was ambitious and I was like, he is really about to flip this and make and do what he said he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
Not just like passing out his mixtape in the mall in Tacoma.
I was gonna say Kojo, but in terms of like guys, because I don't actually know whether guys stay asking their boys for money, because I find that actually I feel like guys feel more confident asking girls for money than going to their boys, because the shame of going to your boy being like, bro, not shame, but like some guys just aren't confident and haven't got that rapport with many guys to do that. I was gonna say, from your experience, do you find that like guys are free to, like, with maybe not
In
your
my
group, but
circle
like,
of friends, absolutely. Like
Okay.
we got each other's back.
Yeah.
Like what's mine is absolutely theirs and vice versa.
Oh,
because
I love
the
that.
reality is,
Romance.
life is life.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you got
Anybody can
if
get
you've got
gutted
an
at
ego
any
for
time.
life, you will always lose.
Yeah.
Because life is undefeated.
Yeah.
True.
Right? So for me, I can't have anybody that I consider a friend. I've got many acquaintances, but my circle of friends, like maybe like 4 or 5 of
Yeah.
us, right? Absolutely. Because there's times when I'm down, there's times when they're down.
Yeah.
And you got each other's back.
Okay, so have you ever been in a situation though where you thought someone had your back? Because some I don't know, I'm trying to see whether it's always reciprocal. Because at least with your close circle, you're like, okay, cool.
Do you know what it is though? I understand reciprocation like this, yeah? And even like blessings. Like, my mum used to say blessings don't always feel like blessings straight away, yeah?
Yes.
Just because my blessing is the ability to give you money, your blessing might be a listening ear.
Yeah, okay.
There's currency outside of finance. And if everything is, well, exactly what I did for you is what you got to do for me, that's not friends.
You might not have it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, I have a set of friends that have different strengths.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why we are in the group that we're in, because we have different strengths. So just because I borrowed you money doesn't mean that that's what I need from you. I might need a contact.
Yeah.
Or I might need help getting a job. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's kind of how we are with each other, because
I like that.
We go out to eat regularly, and it's not like, well, this one person's paying. Like we covered up stuff financially.
Okay.
But when it comes to those scenarios where life is life in, then we've got each other's back.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you lend money without the expectation that it will be paid
I don't
back?
give money that I can't lose.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
We know that's the rule.
Yeah.
Do not give
Well, we
money
say
that
we know.
You do.
We know it, but whether we do it is another
Yeah.
situation. Because sometimes I do feel like you might find yourself in a situation where you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, this person really needs it, and
I don't have it like
I don't have it like
but
that,
I can
but
try
I
my
can
best.
try my best.
But I need that money.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
don't-
felt
you
the
can't
dent
do
in my
it.
pocket.
I know
You don't need to
it's
give
just
it.
difficult though.
Yeah.
But what if that person needs it more than you? Like, it still feels
If you don't have it to
significant.
give, they don't need it more than you.
That's it.
Period.
But you have it to give in that period of time.
No,
you
just-
don't.
do you know what it is?
That's
It's
it.
like- No, but do you know what it is? It's like when they say, like, if you can't afford it 3 times, you ain't really got it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
That's
agree with
real.
that.
You don't. Just because it's in your pocket, don't mean that you've got it to give. It doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
I've heard this before, this whole, like, if you can't afford to buy it 3 times, then you can't afford it. I can't afford to buy a house 3 times. I can afford to buy it once. But I'm going to buy the house. Do you know what I mean?
No, but you can once you buy the first house, because you remortgage. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no.
Come on now.
No.
Come on now.
You mean in that moment? Because, like, sometimes, like, if my friend is in dire need and she needs, like, okay, these girls now, if they're in dire need and they need, like, 5K or something, I don't have 5K in my current account right now. I can go out into my
That's not dying need, by the way. That's somebody that's mad money management.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would say,
Dying
"Oh, I'm dying need. All I need is 5,000. All I
You walk in the next day, nails done, makeup did. You got a feel.
You have to
But
tell
look-
that story. So Sharon has to tell the story.
Okay, go.
You have to tell the story about when, you know, the money situation with when you gave money because you thought the person needed it, but they ended up buying clothes.
Oh God.
need. But did they need clothes?
That's a pet peeve of mine. You don't need money and you on a beach, you on vacation.
No, you bringing this one back. Anyway, basically, when I was in uni and obviously, like, college, we all know it's tough for everybody.
Yeah.
I had like a part-time job, so I felt rich. I think I was making like £400 a month. I was like, I'm a baller. Anyway, so this girl, she was like saying that she doesn't have any money. She can't even do a food shop. She was just like, she has literally nothing.
With their violins in the background.
Basically.
So that you can give it down.
So I didn't even lend it to her. I gave her money. And then, she ended up using it on like a tracksuit. She bought a tracksuit instead. And she was saying like, oh yeah, like I just spent that money on clothes. And I was
Do you know what? Yeah,
Mm.
there's something that I do now with people that continuously ask, right? It's I've learned not to reply to them. Like, say if they call me, I'm not going to pick up.
Yeah.
And then I call them like 2 weeks later. And then normally when I call them back, say, oh, yo, man, you called me a few weeks ago. Like, is everything cool? Oh, yeah, I handled that. I know.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You had a choice.
Oh, you will find out. People will figure it out real quick.
They will.
Because they've got to
I'm
learn
not
that
there.
you aren't
Yeah.
always the option.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask a question. Obviously, you guys are in the public eye. So how do you navigate people like leeching off you or like people around you where you think, oh yeah, they're my friend, but you already know that they're not really your friend and they're probably just leeching off of you?
I think it's just boundaries now, which I'm just now getting. Like, I just slowly, and eventually I'm like, okay, like, what do you want to do? I'll start asking questions. Like, because you don't need money, you need a job.
Yeah.
You don't need, if I give you this, it's going to be gone next week. You need a source of income, actually. You don't need $1,000.
Yeah.
You need a consistent source of income.
Yeah.
I start asking questions. What do you want to do? What do you have planned? What
I'm
do
like
you,
that too.
I'm like, I got 1 million jobs now. You want to clock in?
You can come on and be my employee.
What? I need because Jazz, my girl over here, doing 12 things. I hired her for one. We done, I'm like, okay. Well, I start asking questions, and then, like I said, the technique that I've used recently, over the past year has worked. Every single person I've said that to hasn't asked me again because I made it very clear.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? This time I'm gonna say yes, but this will be the last time I say yes. So don't even ask me again because if you do, I'm gonna say no. And usually that sticks in their mind if they think about asking you again.
Yeah.
So it's just boundaries, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it because I'm very like here. Yeah.
What about you? Yeah.
I think for me, it's I went through a season where you get a lot of money and then your circle's really small, right? And then you might become bored or lonely. And then what you do in that process is that you start hanging out with people, right? Who you feel like, well, every time I go out, for example, you go out with this person, right? And then it's like you find yourself being the one that spends all the time. Right? But to you just want to hang out with someone. You just want to be with someone that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like,
But they don't got it.
Yeah, they
so
never got it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
trying to
don't.
say?
Yeah.
And then you start to say to yourself, damn, like I spent a lot of money on just having company.
Yeah.
And it's not, do you know what I mean? And that's why
Yeah.
I always say, like, the worst position to be in is lonely and financially secure. Because if it's not drugs, you use it on the experiences with people
that's so true.
that don't really serve you. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about women here, like just a brethren to hang out with that you say to yourself, cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I learned that I got to be with other people that have collateral.
Yeah.
So then we're just, we share that responsibility because
What does that?
I have a question.
No, yeah, you go.
If y'all are the most financially stable in your circle, do you feel obligated to pay?
I think it depends on how wide are we talking, like in terms of what's the gap?
Yeah.
Because
I think to the question, it would probably be significantly.
Yeah, significantly.
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause if it's close, it's not really
Yeah, it's like
obvious.
I think I went through a stage like that. Yeah.
You're paying for everything.
I felt obligated to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look,
Do
kind
you
of
think
like
they
what
were
you-
expecting it,
Yeah.
or were you just too quick to be like, I've got it?
Both. I was really quick. Like I'm just like first. But it's because like you said,
don't
the
wanna
people
wait
you're
for
around, it's like, they're working 9 to 5s or they're still, I still know their story a little bit. Like they'll be married or they have kids and I'm like, I'm the most financially stable. So I would just pay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but see, in that scenario, right, so there was a season where I was making good money.
Yeah.
But I wasn't making footballer money. And a lot of my friends were footballers. Oh, my guys are ballers. Oh, my guys are ballers.
Looking great today,
Yeah.
but back me next week.
No, but you know what it is? Just as the man that I am,
Yeah.
I don't care how much you got. I got this.
100%.
Yeah,
Because I value what you've done to get that. And it's only when you really make money that you value what somebody does to earn it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when you're around people who just allow you to frivolously spend and we're all going out and because what happens is, right, even though you're spending and you're like, okay, these are my people or whatever, and I might be a bit financially better than them. One day you start to realize
I've done this 1,000.
This person enjoys holding the champagne menu.
Charles, you ain't got champagne money.
Talking about what we get.
If I were you, you would be definitely getting tapped.
Right.
So-
You understand what I'm trying to say?
But then I kicked you. You also have people around that are like, okay, if I'm getting the dinner, you got the gas. Or you even just pull it out like, I'm going into the gas
There you
station.
go.
You want something? Get what you can
There you go.
afford.
Yes.
You might not
Exactly.
contribute something.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's about being around people like that too. Like if they can't afford, okay, the $1,000 dinner at Ruth's Chris or wherever we're going, it's like, well, you did get the Uber here, or you did whatever, like you contributed in some type of way to what you can afford in your budget.
That's so true.
Yeah.
How have you found dating now that you've got money and stuff? Does it change anything?
Single when I was broke, single now. Niggas was playing
Ain't no change, honey.
I'm crying then, I'm crying now.
I am crying.
You know what? I am learning to not be like the card thing. I do that with guys too, I feel like. And I'm like, guys don't like that. Like, stop trying to be like, I got it.
They don't like that. Why are they accepting that?
It's
because you're probably...
I don't know, but they really don't. They want to feel needed. They want to feel secure. They want to provide.
About women paying? No, I think do you know what it is? I think like women paying for me is when you're my woman.
Okay, what about before?
No, before no, because for me, I feel like I'm courting you. I think when you're my woman though, every now and again, if you feel the need to treat me,
100%.
The issue is, I think maturity from a man's perspective is also is like you can still feel masculine if you're a woman.
Yeah,
right.
Your girl.
Your girl is like I want to treat you.
babe.
One thing I've never been good at is accepting. A good gesture, and I think that's wrong. I think that's disrespectful. Right. I think that's different because you're blocking somebody from showing you how they feel like loving you today.
Yeah,
so true.
It's not a responsibility.
You are a preacher.
No, but I'm
Ministry. Run ministry.
no, but I'm saying
Ministry. Reverend Kojo.
Can I say something?
Kojo.
What the heck? Where's my notepad?
No, but I'm saying it's real, and I think blocking someone's kindness is rude.
It's true.
Because think about compliments, right? I'm sure at some point we've all been uncomfortable with compliments.
Yeah.
But we know how to handle disrespect.
Yeah.
But no one knows how to handle love though. When someone shows you love, you kind of pass it. Oh, you look good. Oh, so do you. No, sit in that. Sit in that for a minute.
Sorry, can we just talk on that? Sorry. I was going to say, what actually
think it's
one?
a
Is that a
black
black thing? Just like reciprocating immediately without even looking? Because you'd be like, you look good. Yeah, you look too.
Because you know what it is? Because the person who has no confidence, you always say, nah, man, be more confident. Then when you got confident, they're like, relax, man, humble yourself. It's like you can't do both. So I'm just saying, I've learned, which I thought was bad before, I've learned that when someone does a kind gesture, let them. Like, I'm a good person. I believe I've got good energy and I'm positive. I don't wake up and want to do it. And why don't I deserve somebody to treat me?
I think I do it for the wrong reason sometimes though. Like I'm trying to prove like I'm not using you for your money. Right. I'm not here for the wrong thing. I'm like, I got it too. You don't have to take care of me. It's like, relax. Like you don't have to prove that. Because in this day and age, so many women are like, oh, this nigga got money, bet. I'm trying so hard to prove like I like you for you. Like, but it's like, well, now,
but I'll tell you the flip side of that though. Is like,
no, for sure.
When you don't like the person, then they start doing nice gestures. Hey. I don't want to owe you nothing. Thanks very much, but no thanks. No.
I got this little $5.
Yeah, I'm straight, man.
$1 take your quarter.
Yeah. Because sometimes it does come from the people that you don't like as much, right? Yeah. Now I owe you something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you want to hang out.
Right. Yeah. Now this date too. I gotta see you again. You know?
I gotta.
Sorry, Brent. Do we have a caller?
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh,
damn, guys. Keep on trying if you're trying to get through.
Wait, let me see if I can I put the number up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
You know, the people in Tacoma are going to start calling in.
I was there.
Briefly, while we're just waiting, I just want to let people know that are watching, we have our live show coming up next week, Tuesday, the 21st of May at Islington Assembly Hall. We're going to be on stage. It's our first ever.
It's our first time on stage.
Stage. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The camera pan to
Oh, dear Lord, in the name of Jesus. Y'all are going to be just fine. Stop it.
I'm nervous.
So I'm not someone, I don't find going on stage like nerve-wracking at all.
How big is the venue? Is it like more intimate?
Yeah.
Or
No, it's not. It's not
that big.
Yeah,
it's
not
like
that big.
400 almost 450.
That's big.
Yeah, no, it is.
I have a caller.
Hello.
Ah,
is it cut again? Oh no.
Is it too late to put up this number? It's like we got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave it up for a second.
Hello.
Oh, where are they calling from?
I know, right? Can't share at all. Guys, if you want to leave a message or anything, you can also WhatsApp the number on
you
the
can
screen.
also send a message. But yeah, like I was saying, our first ever live show is next week Tuesday. We're going to be on stage. Please come out and support us. Oh shit! Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys can actually hear me. What the hell?
Oh no! Is this a prank call?
I'm here
Like,
watching
what
the
y'all
live.
doing?
Like,
You know what we're doing.
what y'all doing over there?
What do you mean?
But yeah, I just wanted to say a quick hi and what was I gonna say? You guys, this podcast that you people are doing here, yeah. Let me tell you something. I was just scrolling through TikTok one day. I was bored. I just see you guys pop up. I'm like, I'm watching. You guys must have been doing some dilemma, yeah. I was watching. I was like,
about 5
and I was like, it cut, and I was like, nah, bro, I gotta watch this on YouTube. So I stayed the whole. This was like 6 months ago. I watched the whole dilemma. I was like, ever since then, I've been watching you guys every single time.
Thank
you guys
appreciate it. Thank you.
You gonna be at
and
the
I
live
just
show?
wanted to say,
Yeah,
like,
next question. You gonna be at the live show?
Are you having UK
yeah,
live show? Are you going to be at the live show?
You
You
what?
guys be making me laugh. I am. I'm watching it.
No,
That's why I'm just
Are
like,
you coming to the live show?
Coming to the live show that you guys are doing.
No,
Yes.
quiet.
Unfortunately, no, because I have my GCSEs.
Wait, cause what?
Oh,
He's got his hand in his teeth right now.
He's got his
Guys,
GCSE.
don't worry. Next time, do another one. Next time, don't worry. I promise I'll be there. Next time, I'll be there.
Thank you for
Well,
Well,
calling.
good luck in your GCSEs.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I hope you should even be revising.
Get off TikTok, man.
My sister, please.
Cut the phone.
Please.
Please. I'm sure you have math paper 2 tomorrow.
Thank you
Bro,
for calling.
I got my GCSEs in a bag. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good luck, bro.
Good luck.
Bye. Thank
I'm
you.
watching myself on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. This was a bit. Oh, by the way, hey, B.Simone, I know you over there. You can hear me.
I ain't listening to you. You ain't talking about shit. No, I'm just
Girl, I'm
kidding.
talking to you.
Hey.
When you see Pretty V, tell her I said hi. Tell her she has a lot of fans in the UK.
All right. You coming to my show Saturday?
Girl, I ain't got no money.
He's in high school.
What kind of people are
You
you?
must be like 15 or
I gotta make $1
16.
million.
What?
What you talking about?
Oh, God.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Now, I'm saying, we gotta start putting like I want age something. Age restriction.
Y'all gotta put an age limit on
Everybody is
now.
welcome.
He was funny.
That's so joke.
Too funny. There was gonna be something else. I remember. Oh, I feel like I can hear myself.
A little echo.
Hello.
Hello.
Continue.
No, but I was talking about going on stage and stuff. But yeah, like I'm not someone that finds that nerve-wracking. Like obviously I'm not undermining what you guys do in terms of going on stage, you know what I mean? But I don't know why. I just feel like it's quite natural. You just need to be yourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be good.
No,
But it's good though, because I think if you're the comfortable one, then
Yeah.
you're supposed to be the quarterback in this situation.
Yeah, it's true.
And kind of just
Moderate,
anchor everything.
yeah.
Because what you will realize is 10 minutes in, you're not even worried about it no more. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's starting. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, you
Getting
just
the ball
you
rolling.
kick into yourself.
Yeah.
And I think you lot have done a brilliant job of having the kind of a good union between the three of you.
Good
So
little
just keep that
banter.
energy on
Yeah.
stage, you know, and
Yeah.
protect,
When
and
you get up
protect
there,
each other.
you're gonna be like, "What? We were up here for an hour. It's gonna go
Yeah,
so
so
quick."
quick.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay, cool. This is
last
gonna be our
caller,
last caller.
guys. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who's speaking? Well,
They got scared.
I know.
That's what happens. Sometimes they come on, sometimes they drop off. Well,
Literally.
so yeah, guys, we're about to wrap up, but
Yes.
we just want to remind you that B.Simone has her comedy show on
Yes.
Saturday at Clapham
Grand.
Grand.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Yep.
You can get tickets at officialbsimone.com.
Yes.
Yeah, link is
Are y'all
shown
coming?
We are.
Okay.
My
Okay.
friend's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a pass.
I was like, I'll be in Tacoma next time.
Please fly to Tacoma. Buy tickets. We need all the tickets we can sell in Tacoma.
how long is your tour?
I go all the way through October, November, all year. Wow.
Yeah.
So almost every weekend throughout the whole year I'm on tour.
God damn. What?
But you have to remember, like, we work on the weekend. Some people work every Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So for us, that's the office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but it's just like thinking like being on a flight, going to different places.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a lot.
like, do you not have any like downtime?
Do you have a break
I
in
do.
between?
I do.
I was
You do.
gonna say,
Yeah.
take a little
I
holiday.
was just sleep in the car. I be sleep. Yeah. I need those. I feel like energized now, but I need it. Yeah. So yeah, I work through the week and stuff, but I'm just not on the road during the week. Working on the podcast, potting, and other brands I'm trying to launch, and just every single day I work. There's not a day where I'm not working. But even if it's a rest day, I'll stay in the bed all day and I just work from my phone. So I can still rest and, just work on the internet. Yeah.
So true. So true. Yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah.
And
I
love that
love,
for you.
like, my businesses are my kids.
Yeah.
Like, I love entrepreneurship. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I was talking to another entrepreneur about this the other day. Like, I don't think I'll ever retire.
But do you feel like you can sometimes take on, I know we're wrapping up, but do you feel like you can sometimes take on too much? You know, like, well, typically for me, before in the past, I think I was that type of person. I'm like, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
And I just like stop. Oh, I'm going to try this. I'm like a startup, but I don't see things
The
through.
thing is, when I go in.
You go in.
I'm like, all right, we need $1 million by tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember that
as
time
well.
where you were trying to. Not even trying. You did it.
Yeah, I did
$1
it.
million, and I was like,
I remember that.
Yeah.
can I even get £10 without
even begging for
without
bread? No, honestly.
I think the
being
goal
out bread.
now is just longevity. Like, I started a cosmetic line. I've launched a book. I started a podcast with a friend, and now I'm solo. It's like, now let's have longevity with something. Let's like really do it the right way and keep it. Like, I want to look up and have my podcast 10 years from now and go on tour and do arenas and like, okay, stand up. I want to be in arenas. Like, I want to have longevity with my brands. Every brand I've started has been successful, but the goal is longevity, not just make $1 million and you want longevity.
But also as well, like, I think your prayers have to be great, right? So they say, like, the God don't work on small stuff. Don't come to him for small stuff. And I think, B is a perfect example. Is $1 million.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, what do you have your right now?
On your mic.
No, but I'm saying, like, you got to pray for abundance, right? Because I remember because B was aiming for something that most people would probably think was so far away. I got to know who she was. Right? So when it's big, when your dreams are big, right, they have to be like exceedingly great. And when you aim for that, you'll be so surprised, because most of us don't aim. We aim for something that we know we can get. It's not success. Because you already knew that it was achievable. So when you go,
I'm gonna watch this back and take notes.
no, but when you aim for that, do you know what I mean? You'll be so surprised on how great God is.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
feel
mean?
like
So-
that has been testament to like our podcast.
Oh my
like, I
God,
will always say, like, even if this podcast flops and it dies today, like, I will always know that God is good because of this pod. Because this time last year, 200 followers on Instagram.
200 followers on Instagram. Yeah, barely.
Wow.
And then,
Has it been?
Yeah, it was.
It's just been a year.
Yeah, 200 followers on
200
Instagram.
followers on Instagram.
And y'all were how many years in?
3
3 years in.
Wow, consistently.
Yes.
consistently.
Wow.
Every
Every
week,
week.
dropping content.
Dropping.
week.
Like,
What
yeah,
kept y'all
man.
going? Why were y'all ever just like, this isn't working?
At the start of 2023, we had a meeting and we were like, listen.
We gotta count out, girl.
We're like, listen, we're giving ourselves
the
to
plan?
the end of 2023.
Yeah.
If this thing doesn't bang, we've said we've done it, we've tried it, we've milked it,
But
we've done everything.
before then, we were sorry to cut you.
now I'm
We
interviewing
were
y'all.
just doing audio, right?
Yeah.
And we had like loads of different ideas. Like, oh, do you know what it is? It's because we're not doing visuals. We started doing visuals in Tammy's
Tammy's living room. Yeah. My dad was not impressed.
Daddy, be quiet.
Oh yeah, keep the noise down.
Moving the furniture. My dad's
my
a clean
God.
freak as well, so he's like, oh.
literally we were recording sometimes 2 hours, the camera wasn't even on.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. So then we were like, okay, it's because of this, because of that. And then someone actually invited us to be on their podcast in this studio.
Yeah.
We sat down, we spoke and we left. We said, it can be this easy. So we booked with Brent like literally the following week. And then we were just like, okay, we're going to give ourselves to the end of the year. Yeah. Because we're Nigerian, we don't like to spend money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's why we're trying to do makeshift in Tammy's living room.
Yeah.
And then, we started like...
So we're from 200 followers to what?
We're on
455,000.
Yeah.
500,000?
Yeah.
Just
Wait, 200,000.
No, 200. 262, I think.
Tammy
followers.
knows the exact number.
So 4 to 500,000.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
Half a
We
million
have
on
more.
TikTok as
We
well.
have more than that.
Thank you,
I think.
guys.
I think like
485
480 something.
Yeah.
And it grew that in a year.
Yeah.
Less than a year.
Jesus.
But sometimes it's just that one episode.
Yeah.
I am so
Or that one
proud of
moment that
y'all.
opens
What the
everything up.
hell?
Yes. Yeah. So we literally told ourselves, if this does not bang.
Okay, so what was the turning point? What was it when it was like, oh my
Do you know
God,
what
it's
it is?
happening, it's going?
I actually think that, like, if you, I don't know how to explain it, but
200
Intentional.
followers, 200.
Yes.
Yes.
That.
Not
I think
2,000.
we were already so used to working hard for the pod that we honestly just needed people to see it. It wasn't about the fact that we weren't good enough. It wasn't about the fact that we weren't consistent. We were all those things. We just needed people to see
So
it.
it was adding
we
the
got-
visuals.
Yes,
It
but
was-
then also like I was gonna say just like the quality of the content.
Yeah.
Because we had visuals,
Yeah.
but the quality was not there.
It's like the iPhone. Like, all right.
Literally.
That's right.
And a ring light.
Barely when it would switch on.
My God, I am so proud of y'all.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
literally told ourselves, we're giving ourselves till the end of 2023. If this,
Yeah.
we can say that.
When
we
did
can
we
hold
say that? What month?
I'm pretty sure that
March.
was like March, April.
March,
Yeah.
April time. We said by the end of 2023, if this does not bang, we
We're
can
out
hold
here,
our
boy.
hands up and said, look,
We
tried.
tried. Yeah.
No one can tell us that we didn't try.
Yeah.
And
for
then
real.
TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all pray about it and stuff together?
Oh, yeah.
But we need to do, I feel like that's what we said, we need to do more though,
Yeah,
like
we need to
together.
do it
Together.
together.
Yeah.
We pray
Together.
individually, not
Yeah.
I pray.
Yeah.
I pray. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
But I think our faith in the Lord and our faith in ourselves really took us to the next level, and we're just grateful.
Yeah.
How do y'all know each other?
Oh, we've been friends since, how old were
We
we?
were 11, so
11.
like almost 16 years.
Yeah.
I think I joined the
And then you
band in
joined
like 13
13.
years.
Was you not braiding your teacher's hair?
Nah.
No, we were not braiding. Our teachers were white.
Those kids grew up and did a podcast.
Literally.
And now look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for
Yeah.
y'all. That's
Thank
great.
you so much.
Yeah. But thank you guys. Appreciate
No
you
worries,
guys
man.
coming
Thank you
through.
for having
Thank you
us.
guys for coming. We really, really
Yes.
appreciate it. We know that it's not easy. You guys have got a tight schedule, but
Yeah,
you-
fit us in.
Yeah, you
Yes.
fit us in. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this live, and for anyone that's watching back, hi.
Yes.
Make sure you're following us on all of our social media. That is the Uncut podcast everywhere. We are aiming to get 100,000 subscribers this year. So please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you're following B.Simone everywhere as well. We will
Yes.
put all her details in the description box. And make sure you're also following the funny Kojo.
Kojo.
Reverend
Funny.
Kojo.
Reverend Funny.
Our Reverend.
Yes.
Can I tag my pod?
Yeah.
I launched a pod. Let's try this again.
Yes.
Which is
I'm halfway
exactly what
through.
y'all did.
I'm halfway through the first episode. I'm a bit behind, but I'm getting through
Wow,
it. Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah,
watching.
no
The
problem.
last episode, you got to get to the last one. Go in order,
Yeah.
though.
Do you know what? I was even confused because first it was a vlog, and I'm like, is this a vlog or
I put a mini
vlog
vlog
in
at the beginning of every
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
people skip it. Some people
No,
like
no,
it. We're
I
just
enjoyed it.
trying
I
it.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
But the last episode, girl, y'all got to tap in. The last episode.
Oh, was it the one where you were saying that you nearly slipped up?
He almost broke my celibacy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
girl.
Goddamn.
Y'all gotta go listen to that story time. I think Jesus kept me now.
Yeah. Glory.
But it was that little booty rub. When they get to rubbing that booty, I was like, hold on now. Understand, baby. This weed gonna be on the floor. But I did good. I'm still celibate. So
Won't we do it?
y'all
Glory.
go watch the podcast, but
Yes.
it's called Let's Try This Again. It's on
Yeah.
every platform. Y'all got to come to the States and hop on.
Yes, we have a
Love to.
big following.
Yes,
in the States.
yeah.
People, come to New York.
Yeah. I talk like that.
No.
Come to New York. Come to New York.
Come to New York.
New York, son. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for
appreciate
coming.
it.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Yes, bye.
And come to our live show, please.
I'm so proud.